talk that has been prepared in honor of this celebration, 60 years of veterinary education in Ibadan. And I have the singular honor this morning to welcome you to this program. I know that it is going to be a blessing to everyone that is here. I have no doubt about it. But why are we here this morning? We know that many of our students, and even those that are in secondary schools, are not fully aware of what veterinary medicine is all about. And some that are even aware only think that veterinary medicine is just about dogs and cats and cockroaches. But this morning we will have the honor to listen to veterinarians, and I would say seasoned veterinarians that are doing well to know about what veterinary practice is all about. Dr. Bakre is in full practice of veterinary medicine. Dr. Taiwo Alabi is also in practice. Dr. Adeiza Yusuf is working with NAFDAC. And you'll be wondering, what is a veterinarian doing in NAFDAC? And this morning he's going to tell you what he's doing there. And we have so many other veterinarians, some in the Nigerian police force, some in correctional services, all over. As a matter of fact, if you graduated as a veterinarian, you can work anywhere in any space. That is the beauty of it. Because the training is rigorous and you will be able to perform anywhere you have found yourself. I do practice as a lecturer here, but many a times I've found myself in different spaces, unannounced, and I will have something to talk about, even without prior notice. That is what veterinary medicine prepares you for. And probably you are already in the faculty as a student, and then you're still thinking, oh, should I change to another place? Should I not change? I believe by the time we finish this discourse this morning, you'll be able to make up your mind, and you will realize that you are actually in a noble profession. Please celebrate all veterinarians
this morning. Is another landmark in marking the 60th anniversary of this faculty, and to tell you what we do or what we can do. The guest speakers are here, fully loaded, and like the Dean said, veterinary medicine, is a practice. Somebody, when I was coming in the early 80s, they think, somebody said it's like woolly. This is not like Lucas. Veterinary medicine is a specialty that actually concerns with prevention, control, diagnosis, and treatment of diseases of both domestic and wild animals, and the prevention of that diseases from getting to human being. I know will be taught this morning. And we have several veterinarians in several places. In banks, like the Dean said, we have them in immigration, in army, we have them in correctional center, we have them everywhere you can have human being. Because of what? Because of versatile of the training. And like we said, one of our colleagues is in NAFDAC, we're in food industry. We are in public health, setting. So this morning, I want you to relax as we move on in this program, because it's going to benefit both of you that are already students and prospective students. I want to welcome you, and again, I want to welcome Professor I.G. Adeyemi, who's here. You're welcome, sir. God bless you, sir.
Taiwo Alabi was born in 1970 in Lagos. He attended Lagos Progressive Primary School, Surulere, for his primary education. Thereafter, he attended Community High School, Surulere, Lagos. He proceeded to the University of Ibadan, where he studied veterinary medicine. He is the CEO of Crown Agrovet Consult, Rivers State. He is a poultry consultant to the Office of the Special Advisor to the President on livestock projects. He's a consultant to the Office of the Presidency on Youth Affairs UN. He is a consultant to the River State Government Farm, Shongai Integrated Farm. He's a technical advisor in the Tony Elubelu Foundation for African Youth Entrepreneurship. Dr. Yusuf Adeza is presently the Deputy Director in charge of veterinary medicine at the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDA. Dr. Yusuf owns a PS4 and a Nintendo Switch. That tells me he's a gamer. He believes The Last of Us is a better game than Uncharted 2. But Uncharted 2 is the one he has not fully recovered from. Dr. Yusuf believes in the transformative power of games. In 2012, he programmed a game for NAFDA, which earned him his first standing ovation from the Director General of NAFDA. Dr. Olukaya Debapre was born more than 40 years ago in Ibadan. He attended Staff School, University of Ibadan for his primary education. Thereafter, he attended the International School, Ibadan, also within the campus of the university. He proceeded to University of Ibadan, where he studied veterinary medicine. He is a former president of Association of Veterinary Medical Students and secretary of the Student Union. After his service year, he worked for a marketing company in Lagos, Bimba Agro, as a sales representative. He later joined the services of Young Pea Farms, Nigeria Limited, where he rose from the position of sales representative to sales manager. A few years ago, he was appointed the managing director of the farm, Young Pea Farms Nigeria Limited. I will start with Dr. Alabi. So you're going to tell us about the journey. How did you become a vet to start with? And then since then, how was it been?
Fellow students, because I'm still a student, I'm happy to be in your midst today. My journey to the veterinary practice started in my thoughts, I think, when I was in what we call it GSS 3 now, or we call it class 3. My principal was my aunt, and I was privileged to go and visit her in the house. And I saw the husband, which I had never met before. That's Dr. Adebite. He's an old vet. And I saw the man talking to dogs. I saw him relating, commanding dogs. And in those days, you don't challenge elders. So when I went home, I told my parents that auntie, there's something fresh in their house. I saw the husband talking to you. I don't know what the veterinarian is talking to dog. Then my father said, oh, the husband is an animal doctor. So that's build up an interest. So God has created the knowledge in man to talk to animals. So I started visiting him. Then he told me that he has this office in Federal Palace Hotel. And that caught my attention. For a man to have an office, because for you to look at a Federal Palace Hotel, you must be a big man. So I took interest in him. I told him that I want to be a veterinarian. So he developed interest in me.
Please, can we hear from Dr. Yusuf?
I want to thank the faculty and the management. I left this school 22 years ago. And I never looked back. I just left. You know, so when I came back 20 years ago, I couldn't find my way. Like, this place has been transformed for good. The infrastructure and everything. It's just a wonderful job that has been done over here. I just want to say thank you. All right. So, can I be real here? Can I be real here? Beautiful. So, I did not choose that as my first. I did not do that. I did not. Now, so, having said that, and having cleared that, because I'm sure some of you here are like that, I want to say one thing, and I want you to listen very closely, okay? It's one thing for you to choose. It's another thing for you to be chosen. So you know. With time, you know. So I will just wrap it up by saying, I didn't choose Vet, but Vet chose me, okay? Beautiful. All right, fine.
Next, we're going to go on to Dr. Bakri.
The veterinary doctor, he has three things, and those things are compulsory: integrity, focus, hard work. Everybody you see seated there, your lecturers, all of us here who are vets, there's something about us. We are focused, we are hardworking, and then we have integrity. A great man once said, when you check every quality of a man and you don't meet integrity, leave the man and go. So how did I become a veterinary doctor? I was a A-list student in secondary school when I was like you. I had 7 days, and normally when you have 7 days, you are errated, everybody claps for you. But I was arguing, how did I not have A in these two courses? I should have 9 A's. Because it was a bragging issue in ISI. ISI was the best secondary school in those days anyway. It was a bragging issue. We want to have 9 A's. Other schools are convenient with 1 A, 2 A's, but we want to have all A's. So Jack came and suddenly I felt sick. And I didn't meet up the jam score. So the provost told my mom was working in UCH then, I am UI. Primary school, like you read, secondary school, university, everything UI. And I've been living here from a scientific center to Aminaway. So I am UI. The only reason why I did not do my master's here is because somebody said in the class one day, one of our classmates, primary school here, secondary school here, university here, you do your master's here, you do PhD here, not that here. So we were sitting, the CMD asked my mom that, look, let me do another course like physiology. After 200 level, you can cross. And we all agreed. Is it not to pass? I have to pray now. Then later now came from this faculty. I won't mention his name. And he saw my dad, sir, what are you people talking about? This guy out there, is it not really medicine? Yes, some marks. Let me come to bed. I said, God forbid. What do you know about vet when we're in secondary school like you? The people who put a slick back on their neck. Do you have those? Do you have dogs to vaccinate? Bring your dogs home. So I said, go for me. So when the man said it, I was so angry, I went to my house. In those days, I went to my room. In those days, you do not have an option of, that this is what I want, that's what I want. But that does decide, you are reading vet. You are going to change your course. It has been done. My father was working in the US. So just come here, meet the team, meet some lecturers, and they didn't even ask for my consent. And I found myself in vet. So like I used to say, sometimes you choose vet, sometimes vet you choose you. So along the line, when we got to 200 level, I started seeing, vet is not that bad. Then we put the layer as a Muslim. Then we cut the ram. And we started checking for origin and insertion.
So I'm going to allow Professor Oyeyemi to also share, he's in the academics, this school, so we want to hear from him too. You can't just sit here, sir, and we won't tap from your wealth of knowledge. You've been through it, so we want to hear from you, sir.
Vet medicine are like Yusuf said, and some of us, the course was chosen for us. I wasted almost 5 years. I was going to jam because I just want to read vet medicine. Human medicine. Until one day, You know, at the age of 22, when my junior sister was graduating from law school, I was just praying, and they said they are calling me from Ibadan. I was already in A-level with London, and I came. And because of financial difficulty, because I come from a polygamous family, I wanted to withdraw, but somehow, as the fate will have it, I stayed. I want to tell you that it was very tough during our time. A bit easier now. We was 65 in my 200 level. I joined university 600 level. I mean, at 200 level because I had a level. Was 65. I think 37 got to final year. And 35 graduated. But one thing is this. Somebody said you must be focused. I like one of my Igbo friends. You say you must be determined. You must bet your determination was very high. And I look at other people. I look at teachers that were teaching us. I came here 200 level at the age of 24. I saw some teachers that I was were age with, and I said these people does not have, you know, two heads. My father used to say, headmaster. It's not the size of your head that they will look before appointing you as headmaster. It's not headmaster, but what is inside the head. So I started, by the grace of God, went through. I told myself at 300 level, I want to be a lecturer, and I want to become a professor. So I determined for whatever it will cost me. And I want to thank God that I'm proud today because when I see at least from here to that edge, they are my products. Thank you. And my vision in school was to produce a better vet than me. And can you see now? They are better. And you will be better than your teachers. So have the determination, Dr. Wagner, and then focus, integrity, and hard work.
My story is tilting towards Dr. Yusuf. I didn't apply for veterinary medicine because I didn't want to be a veterinarian. And just like he said, I'll just be truthful with us. I didn't want to be a veterinarian. And then I was told I could change my course if I did well at 100 level. So of course I did. I read like no man's business because I wanted to change to MBBS. And after 100 level, of course, I presented my papers, and incidentally, the sub-dean then, who happens to be Professor Fagbemi, said, no, young lady, you're not going. And honestly, every break time, you know, you are break we have 1 to 2 break time. Once I finish anatomy practical over there, I will be right by his office. And of course, I was very petite. So I will sit by his office. And by the time he's opening his door, he will see me, young lady, what are you doing here? I want to go to MBBS. And the man will say, I am not going to release you. There was no trick I did not try. At times I will cry, at times I will, but each time he comes, I will say, you better go back to your classes, otherwise you will fail. I am not going to release you. And you know, that session, in fact, I will say to you, I got to 500. I never liked the man. I never liked him. Because I felt he was just standing on my way. He was the only one on that way. And I now remember years after I started working here, one day we met in Professor Akebade's office, and we're just talking. And he said, look at you now. Are you not happy that you are here? I said, okay, maybe you should have allowed me to be what I wanted to be. But honestly, since then, I made up my mind I was coming back to teach. honestly, before I finished, I had already made up my mind that I was going to come back to teach. And looking back now, honestly, just like what Yusuf said, it is not about power or might. When the grace of God is upon your life, you will just see yourself excelling. And since I came back 1995, finished 92, came back 1995, honestly, I've had no regrets coming back. I've had no regrets as a vet.
We're going to hear again from those whom we have brought for this purpose. And this time around, we would want them to directly, address the students. Please give them those nuggets for success.
I'm focused. I know where I'm going. And if you are going to be a successful veterinarian, you must be focused. You must have a dream. And I think in my 300 level or 400 level, I had a dream that God is taking me to a place. It's a very clear vision that I will contribute to the development of agriculture in Nigeria. I don't know how it will come. And when it came, I was not surprised because I was not distracted. 2, you must have integrity. If you start cheating and doing expo, you can't survive veterinary training. Because if you cheat in school, you can't cheat on the field. You can't cheat. Let me tell you one thing. I told you that I got to the presidency. A problem could not be solved. And a man, an expatriate, have helped to write a proposal for to develop a farm, which I think I used to train myself. When I finished, he offered me money, and I told him, you can't pay me for this service. I told him, you can't pay me, because if I have to charge you, I don't know how much I will charge you. He said, what do I want? I said, I don't want anything. I think he gave me only transport to go back. It was that same man that got to the presidency, and he started discussing that he had called everybody from Shell, from Moku, from every department. They could not solve the problem. He said, give me one chance. Let me call one man. I know him. If you can't do it, you tell you can. Integrity. Let your yea be yea. Let your no be no. If you want to start cheating now, you can cheat and pass parasitology, pass pathology, pass medicine. As doctor said, you can't cheat on the field. It's only you. Only you. And who will you cheat? Let me tell you, to the extent that if you kill somebody's dog, you can go to jail.
They asked us, God bless Professor Romani. We came into 211 2001, and after 4 weeks of lectures, we went back home. ASU strike. And the ASU strike was for 6 hours, for 6 weeks. Then suddenly we resumed school back in the morning. Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Professor Lopade entered the class. I said, good morning everybody. Put your books aside for a short quiz. That was our introduction to short form. I said, this man is joking. Actually, it's a Monday morning prank. Then he came and said, number 1, origin and insertion of the sir, calm down, sir. We did not read anything. And my score is the only test I failed in best school. I got 10% that day. We did not know, we were on break. We came back and the lecturer is telling us, we are coming from sciences. There will be big notice for any test and exam. So it was a rude awakening, and we woke up. So that is, like the boys have to say, be ready, get ready. You We would sleep in your house, like I was sleeping that fateful night, that was day in Taraba, and I was woken up. Hey, cow needs your. So that is from being a student, you must learn that before school to be a veterinary doctor is to be ready at all times. 2, they will tell you when you want to read vet, can you read? They are not shortcuts. You cannot cheat pharmacology like Oga said. You cannot even cheat. You cannot cheat biochemistry. You will say, Kule, let me see number. How many things are you going to see? And when it's time for my verse, please sir, please, I want to come in with Dr. Taiwo. No, you are on your own. You understand? So you cannot cheat through school. You will fail. I remember 200 level when we were new. One of our friends was trying to, he did not finish with us anyway. He was flipping into another person's book and writing. And the lecturer was looking at him very, very, and smiling. He didn't say anything. After about 5 minutes, he now said, you go there. You stay here in front of me. Continue writing now. Sir, continue. You sometimes, you cannot cheat through school. You cannot cheat through life.
I was actually an average student, in class. And a few things helped me. One of the first things I want you to know is this, okay? You have to understand yourself. Don't compare yourself to anybody in your class. Understand who you are and embrace who you are boldly and without apology to anybody. Okay? So, back then, what I usually do, I believe in studying by myself. I study by myself. Okay? I don't hang out in groups, tutorials. Those days, the sub-team will be organizing tutorials for this, for that, for this, for that, and you work for them. I'll be back there in Zik Hall. I'll be in my room, and I'll read. And when I write the exam, I still do very well. In fact, I do beyond the others. I understood that my strength lies in self-study. If I don't understand something, I just have to get as many books, textbooks as I can gather around that subject. I read this, I read that, I read this, I read that, I read this, I read that, and at the end, I get a big picture of what that thing is about. Okay? So, that is the first thing I would want to let you know. Number 2, and I think I'll wrap up on number 2. You have a gift. You are in school now. It is good. But you have a gift. And you must not neglect the gift. Your qualification can take you inside a room, but it's your gift that makes room for you in that room, and that will bring you before kings.
Ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ̀. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, tẹ́ bá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, tẹ́ bá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, tẹ́ bá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ọmọ tí kò gbẹ́kọ̀, ó dání lójú pé yóò jìyà. Ọmọ tí kò gba ẹ̀kọ́, ó dáni lójú pé yóò jìyà. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jalè wọ́n wá tún fọ́lé. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, tẹ́ bá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jalè wọ́n wá tún fọ́lé. ẹ̀dàkúnyé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa tẹ́bá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa ẹ̀dàkúnyé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa tẹ́bá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa.
As part of the celebration of our 60th anniversary of veterinary education in Ibadan, we decided to give a token back, and your place has been chosen. So we have this token of grinding machine, rice and gari. It's not too much, but just take it as a token from us to you, and extend our love to your children. God bless you. We appreciate what you are doing.
It was a very big, pleasant surprise that I was singled out with 2 other people to be awarded this. It means we have done some little things that are worthy of being observed, and the faculty has decided to honor us on the day of its 60th anniversary, and it's something we're very proud of, and we know this is a task we have to make sure we be good examples throughout our stay as veterinary surgeons on the surface of the earth. The earlier the best. But sometimes it's always good when you get to the university, it directs you into what you are likely going to do. Many people have turned away from their initial career path when they enter the university, or when they graduate, they go into a different path. But my own advice is, immediately you are leaving secondary school, you're a young adult, particularly when you're approaching 18, be focused. No, this is the area I want to go to. At the end of the day, it helps you because it keeps you in the line, so that you move very fast, move fast beyond your mates. So it's the advice I give is, at the age of 18, when you're getting into the university, you should have a definite career path you want to follow. There will be modifications here and there, but definitely you should have a career path as early as possible.
You serve other people, that's when you discover yourself. So your motive, frankly, money is good, but to chase after money is the wrong approach. It's better for money to chase after you, so eventually you get it. But what should be first and foremost in your mind is service. How can I make the world a better place? How can I add value to my fellow human being? So some other people believe that that's what's called a purpose, a reason for living. So I think that should be the drive in determining to choose a career, or even when you are in a career, to pursue your career path. Improvement, being a blessing. I really believe there is more blessed to give than it is to receive. And eventually, when you give and you give and you give, the things you are looking for will be added onto you. It sits heavy on my shoulders, and in 1,000 years I didn't think that one day my faculty was going to invite me and bestow me with this honor. I hope to carry it well. They have given me one of the highest honors, and I hope in the near future to also give back to my faculty in many, many ways. I hope to continue to make the faculty proud, and by extension, the University of Ibadan proud, and I'm grateful once more.
My advice is just that they should be focused. There is no level of practical you can have in the class or in the school that will be enough. But all I can say is that the foundation to the practical world that we need in the school. And once you go back, all you need to do is not to be disconnected from your roots, which are your lecturers, which are your mentor. In this field, you can't do without mentorship. And I think where the greatest problem has lies is that there's a gap within the mentor and the mentorees. Once that gap is bridged, and the mentor will not go and look for the mentee, it's the mentee that will look for the mentor. And if you can bridge the gap, whatever challenge you have on the field, your mentor have passed through that challenge, and it's easier for you to have somebody that can uplift you and make you see ahead. So it's a very easy thing. So that is my advice. Let them get back to the roots. Let them get their mentors, attach with their mentors, learn from their mentors, and the sky will be the limit.
I think today's event is it has been very impactful, and it is very necessary to have it intermittently with the students, because a lot of students come into school without knowing what they're going to do after school. So it's just good to get together and get people who have gone through that path, professionally, to come talk to them and encourage them and show them the way. There's no particular point that you can talk about, because some discover early what they want to do and some don't know what they want to do. Some of them, even in secondary school, are very clear about the path that they want to take. But there are some that even when they get into like veterinary medicine, they're in school up to 300-400 level, some 600 level, they're not even sure of what they want to do. But if you have many more of these sessions with them, it helps them to know, the options available, and then they can begin to think along certain paths and know whom to contact. It's something to want to do something, it's another thing to have somebody show you the way. So it helps when they are able to, identify mentors.
From the start, I don't pick vet medicine. It's just because I don't top with the cutoff for human medicine, and that's how I eventually got to vet medicine. And yes, since I've been in vet medicine, I think I eventually loved it, and I think I would have done better here actually than going there. Yes, I'm happy that I'm here.
Veterinary medicine is basically beyond just treating animals. There are different specialties where you can specialize. It begins, you can be a researcher, you can be in the academia, you could be even in the diagnostics, that's in terms of diagnosis, and you could be a clinician. So basically we've seen people that are pathologists, microbiologists, anatomists, physiologists, pharmacologists, and so many specialties like that in veterinary medicine. So it's a diverse course, and it gives you a lot of opportunities to specialize in different areas. I love animals. I love animals a lot, and I also love research. I'm an inquisitive person. I like to know things, so I wanted to be in the research sector. And one very important aspect of research is the use of animal models for research. So I just figured veterinary medicine as a link between research and also human medicine.
I would say veterinary course is a rigorous course that requires a student to be hardworking. So as a veterinary student that are into already, you have to be up and doing, because it will require a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, and if you believe in yourself that you can actually do it. There are a lot of students, of students that have graduated that are doing fine. It is a nice course that after you graduated, you yourself will enjoy yourself as a student of veterinary medicine.
I learned about integrity, contentment, and if you are given a gift in a white envelope, that means a bribe. So you shouldn't collect it, because if you collect it, it covers your eyes from seeing your future.
I learned a lot. Actually, I learned a lot from this career talk, and I learned that before, all my aim about veterinary is that all this local veterinary. But coming to this career opened my understanding about what is all the food it can be in any space. This career veterinary, it can be in, you can have job in any sectors.